Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Denise and today we are going to be exploring my findings drawers. So these are all of my jewelry findings and we're actually going to be going through, let's see if I can get all the way down here. We're actually going to be going through all of these drawers. So this is like a roller cart with all my findings in it, and then on top of the roller cart I have this 2-drawer green container, and it actually has I try to keep everything as organized as I can. But it actually has the supplies labeled by the drawer. This is my jump ring drawer. So what I think I'm going to do is roll the cart out to the table, put each drawer on the table, and then we can go through it. I think that's going to be the best way, instead of me just trying to open up the drawers with one hand and also hold the camera. Okay guys, so give me a minute or so. I will cut off the camera and then turn it right back on once I get over to the sewing table. Alright, thanks guys. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Denise and we are going through a series now. Let's put this up here, ribbon necklace cord. Okay, we're going through a series now that's called Unique Jewelry Findings and Supplies, and I am going through my drawer of supplies. Today we are at let's see, video number, I think this is going to be number 5. Yeah, because we just did the seed bead video, which was number 4. I think the bells video was number 3, the cording was number 2, and the lobster claws were number 1. So yes, this is going to be 5. It should be pretty sweet and short because I think everything in here is actually the ribbon necklace cording or lanyards, or what I actually use these for is to attach pendants to the bottom of them. I don't do any beading on them or anything like that. So let's get into it. Pretty much I'm just showing you the different colors that I have, and also what I do with this these particular necklace cordings. Okay, so we're going through now, and I'm putting each color on the screen because this is going to help me when I need to do a special project. I can just quickly, if I'm not in an area where I can pull this tray out or this box out, I can quickly look at this video and see what colors I have in the ribbon necklaces. But before I start to go through the colors, let me see if I can pull. I try to keep these because they can get tangled, guys, and they can really become a let me move, see if I can move the container to the side and go further down on the table so we're not so blurry. Okay, so what happens is these can tangle up really bad, really quickly, really fast. So I just keep them on this. I get these from Dollar Tree, and they are the shower curtain hooks. So I think there's 10 to a pack for $1.25. And then I just string all of these on here and fold them over and put them in a plastic bag. Now what I actually do with these is a couple of things. I will cut these loose and use just a single ribbon strand, like this one here. I'll use just the ribbon, and sometimes I will cut them loose and I will braid the cording for a different effect, and sometimes I will just cut them loose and use the cording as a single cord necklace. So now you're taking one of these necklaces, and you can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 necklaces using just the cording from this. So a lot of times I will do that. I will finish off my end. As you can see right here, they're using a crimp bead, and I'll finish off my end the same way. A lot of times I'll dab just a little bit of E6000 or glue to make sure that it's going to stay in there. And you can use the chain and the jump ring actually from this particular one. A lot of times when I'm taking these loose, I will take the chain off as well as the jump ring, and I will put it in a bag for when I want to use it later, as well as the let's see here, as well as the lobster closure here that actually closes the necklace right here. This lobster closure, I'll cut that off and put that in the bag as well. And what I will do, because the if I'm braiding this, that's a different story. But if I'm just using the single strand, because it's real thin, and also my crimp bead will be thin on it as well. So what I'll do, and I'm just looking to my right to see if I have any, but I don't see any. I will use a smaller chain than this. This chain is fine, because if people are trying to hook behind their neck, they need a large enough hoop to hook into the lobster claw into. So this chain is fine. But a lot of times I use these chains for something else, and like I said, with the single cord, it's a lot thinner. But the one thing I do with this cording is I'll take a loose, like a couple of the necklaces. These are 2 different colors of the cording, and if you actually braid, I don't have anything to hold it. I need my 3rd hand clamp to hold. I was going to try and braid this so you guys could see it. But if you braid the cording on here, you get like a different design. So sometimes I will take 2, 3, and 4 colors of the cording, and I will just braid that, and it really gives me a really nice necklace cord for whatever I'm designing. So let me see here if I can get a little, if you can just get an inkling. Oh, just out the way. You can just get an inkling of what it will look like with this braided. Imagine if you braid it with 3 colors, you get a real tight braid, and as well you can box braid it like we used to do in Girl Scouts, and the Boy Scouts would do them as well. We would make keychains, and it's called box braiding, where you would loop over. You have these little plastic strands, and you would loop over one, you would loop over another, you would loop over again, you would loop over, and it would give you like what they call a box braid. So you have like a boxy lanyard or boxy string of the plastics. But anyway, guys, this is just showing you all the different designs that you can get out of that. So once again, I can take one necklace, cut it apart, use the ribbon only, use the strand only, or use 3 or 4 strands from a couple of necklaces and make a really nice necklace, and then put a nice pendant on the bottom that reflects the colors that I actually have in the necklace. So once again, there's a lot of uses. Another thing too that I use this for, and it would take some time for me to get it in here now, but I do use this as a spiral design. I do have to put my my glue down first to get the first little part of it held down, and then I just keep going around and around and around and around and around until I have a nice swirl out of this. You can also do this with several strands at a time. Just go in circle, 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 and it's beautiful, beautiful. It makes like a rainbow effect. So that's another thing that I do out of this. And then also too, I cut these in a shorter length for bracelets and also for anklets. I do normally double or triple strand because they get a little bit more wear than around your neck. So you can do that as well. And I think you can get two necklaces or anklets out of one of these strands. I think these are, well, they're a combination between, I think 14 and 18 inches or 14 and 16 inches. So I know when I got these, oh gosh, that's when the what do you call it, those glass pendants were really, really, really popular, and people just had this and the glass pendant just hanging from it. What was that, about, maybe about 15 years ago, guys. I'm thinking 15 to 20 years ago when they were wearing those pendants with the strands. But anyway, I have it in red. Also have it in the pink, the gray, the taupe beige color, blue, and this is more of a medium blue because I do have like a light turquoise here, a light turquoise blue. Let's see, orange, have it in orange. I love the yellow, have it in yellow, and you can just see how you can just put some of these colors together. You know, they're in the bag, like something out of the orange and yellow to me would look really nice. Something out of the gray and red would look really nice, and you can get a lot of different ideas from this. I like the beige with the pink. I also like the taupe beige with the turquoise. Just so much you can do. Even the yellow and the blue will look really nice. Let's see what other colors I have in here. I have more of the blue, but it's just a shade or two off. Just a shade. This is just a tad bit darker. But the blue and the yellow looks well as the blue and the orange. Even the blue and the lime green looks really nice together. That's a really good combination. The blue and so I have the greens. I have a little bit of purple. Not a lot, but a little bit of purple here. And then I have the dark brown, and I like the dark brown with the taupe. I do really like the dark brown with the taupe. Let me see how it'll look with the orange. Yeah, it can work with the orange too. Let me see with the turquoise. Yeah. Okay, and then I have the black. Tons of the black, because that's always your best seller. It'll go with anything. So I think I have 3 bags of the black in here. That will always go with everything. And then I have more of what they call the gold. This is the gold, and it has this shimmery. It's like an iridescent. Let's see if we can see this a little bit better. Yeah, this is like an iridescent. It has a slight gold and green to it. Sure if you could see that, but it's like an iridescent in it. I would cut this off and just go with my gold unless I found a stone or a bead to pick this up, and then I would do a single strand with just this sheer by itself with a nice pendant, so you aren't limited. Sometimes you just have to cut some things out. And last but not least, we have the off-white. So it's more of an ivory, and within the ivory it also has the sheer. Let's see if we can, let me open this up so you can see it, because I want to show you 2 different strands that they have in it. it has a sheer strand. Sure if you can see it here. That sheer strand there. And then it has the ivory with the silver. See the silver edged ivory ribbon, shiny ribbon. So you got a sheer over here, and then you got a shiny ribbon here. Like I said, you could use it, cut it, and you could use it by itself, or you could leave it all together. And also too, you can use this ribbon to make all different kinds of designs, accessories, hair accessories, and 3D media. There's so much you can do with this. It just doesn't have to be for a necklace, because it is ribbon and it is cording, and it can be used with pretty much anything. So okay guys, I didn't mean to make that kind of noise, but I think that's going to wrap it up for the ribbon necklaces. Kind of got all the colors in here so you can see them again. Push them over here. And this is video number 5 in this series, the unique jewelry findings and supply series. So our last series will be the hair accessories, so barrettes and bars and different things like that. That's going to be the very last one. Alrighty, once again guys, thank you so very much for your time. It is greatly appreciated. If you like what you've seen so far, please like this video, subscribe, and share with a friend. And have a fantastic day or evening. I will talk with you soon. Bye.